Tuesday. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Rupy and I'm a lifestyle and psychology coach, and I empower individuals to live the life that they choose to live. So we have a really interesting topic for you today, and today's topic is all about Valentine's Day and self-love and self-care. When I was growing up, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit neurotic about dating, about, finding the right person for me, and then I used to list all of these things that were wrong with me, and how nobody would, end up loving me because I had all of these things that were wrong with me, such as being in a wheelchair, being Asian, being short, I didn't like my nose. And I think sometimes, days like Valentine's Day, especially if you're single, can really rub salt in the wound, especially if you're not feeling that great, especially if you're feeling single, or you might be in a relationship that's maybe, not working for you. You might not be feeling as good as you wish to feel. If that's you, then this topic is definitely one that you should watch today. So I know it sounds cliche, but when I was going through all my issues and all my challenges, I did end up practicing self-care and self-love. And honestly, you hear it all the time, and you hear, well, how can someone love you when you don't love yourself? And to be honest, there is truth in that statement. So before you can even allow anyone in your life, it might be a romantic partner, or it might just be like people in your social network that you're making them hold back, but you're not going to be able to allow yourself to be open to love, to be open to kindness and compassion if you're not practicing that yourself. So this is only a short video, but I wanted to give you 3 tips to start practicing self-care and self-love. And I'm not talking about the 60s kind of love, in the fields, doing whatever they did. I'm talking about proper psychology tools that will help you on your journey towards loving and taking care of yourself. So number 1, you're going to hear me speak like this in a lot of following vlogs, but I am a big fan of keeping gratitude diaries. So we're all programmed, I think, in the modern world to, focus on the negative, whether that's in ourselves or in other people or the world. So one thing that I want you to start doing this week, I want you to go to a stationery shop and purchase a journal. And this is going to be your gratitude journal. So gratitude is just another fancy way of expressing what you're thankful for. And gratitude is an amazing way to start reprogramming your brain to notice what's going good in the world, to notice what's going well. And this is really important for you because scientific research has shown that those who practice gratitude on a daily basis are likelier to be happier and have positive mental health. I want you to make it a daily habit, and all it takes is 5 minutes a day, and you're going to write on the top of your page the date, and you're going to write 3 yays, as in Y-A-Y, and I want you to number them 1 to 3. This can be done in the morning, afternoon, evening, night time, whenever suits you and whenever you can squeeze it in. So your 3 yays for the day, they don't have to be anything major, or they can be if you want. So for instance, in my gratitude diary, I might write that I'm really grateful for having a bed that I can sleep in. I'm really grateful to have a loving family around me. So they can be little simple things like that, but they have to come from the heart. But eventually this will become a positive habit that you'll adopt, and naturally you'll start feeling grateful and happier about life in general. Number 2, so we all experience negative thoughts. Even I do, as a lifestyle and psychology coach. Of course I experience negative thoughts. It's human nature to do so. But one of the things that I want you to start doing this week is to start challenging your negative thoughts. Every time you have a negative thought, I want you to question yourself, is it actually real? So you might be thinking, oh, I'm fat and ugly. Is that, an objective, real thought? The answer is probably not. And then I want you to think about something that's really good about yourself and really awesome about yourself. And I want you to practice this every time you experience a negative thought. The more you challenge your thoughts, the more likely you'll start to think logically and a bit more rationally about yourself. And you'll also start feeling good, because if you're replacing those negative thoughts with positive thoughts instead, naturally you'll start to feel good and you'll start to, like yourself. The best way to do this initially, I think, is to write your thoughts down on a piece of paper, then to challenge them, and then write things that you find that are good about yourself. That's in order to evoke a good habit. But I also know sometimes it might be hard, especially when you're at work or out and about. You don't really want to get, a notepad out and start writing about your thoughts. So if this is the case, then just try and be consciously aware of your negative thoughts, and in your mind, I want you to start challenging them and replace them with positive thoughts. Number 3, I want you to start practicing being your own best friend. So often we, are so self-critical, and we make a mistake or we do something, and then we talk to ourselves in our heads with a certain tone, and we aren't our best friends, and we're horrible. We're horrible to ourselves. So number 3, I want you to start practicing being your own best friend. So when you do something, when you're talking to yourself in your mind, I want you to think about what kind of tone you're using in your mind. Is it quite a harsh tone, or is it a friendly tone? Is it a scouring tone? What kind of picture you're using, and so forth. And I bet you'll find that you're using a really negative tone in your head. But if you're your own best friend, then having a best friend who talks to you like that would not be acceptable. So why is it acceptable that you talk to yourself in that way? So I want you to kind of challenge it. I want you to think about, okay, well, if I'm going to be my own best friend, how would I talk to myself? What positive things would I say to myself? How can I be more kind and compassionate towards myself? And if you're struggling to be your own best friend, then I want you to think about, people in your network, people that you know, or people that you once knew, or someone that you look up to. And if they were talking to you, how would they talk to you? What kind of voice would they use? And, what would they say to you when you experience a mistake, or when you're talking to yourself in a self-critical manner? So I hope you found this video useful, and I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day, whatever you're doing. And remember, rather than searching for external love, you first have to love yourself. So let me know how you get on with this exercise. And remember, if you found this useful, then like and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you share these videos within your network. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you next time.